Right now, we're entering into conversations on football, and particularly youth football, development of football at the grassroots. With me in the studio, I have young men and women who are involved in that part of the sport, in raising talent and bringing it to the fore. I'm joined in the studio by James Situma, no stranger to KBC Channel 1, no stranger for football fans, former international, Kenyan Harambee Stars international, captain at some point of the national team, and now engaged on matters of football welfare for the former players and the existing players, and also doing a lot more. Today he'll be telling us about some of the other activities apart from football welfare that he's involved in. Welcome to the studio, James.
Nashukuru sana.
Karibu sana.
Yes.
Yeah, and on my right, I am joined by wonderful ladies who are also involved in the game. To begin with, I want to wish you celebrate and say Happy International Women's Day, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So to my far right, I have Wairimu Nyadhira. She's in charge of the communication aspects of the Nairobi International Cup. We'll be talking a lot more detail about her role in that. Welcome to the studio, Wairimu.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, karibu sana. And to my immediate right, we have Wairimu, not Wairimu, sorry. We have Simbua Kibwe, who's the CEO of Skeia, yeah, which is a talent recruitment agency. She'll be telling us a lot more about that. Welcome to the studio, Simbua.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's begin with you. Tell me about Nairobi International Cup. You're calling it Naicup.
Naicup
Yeah,
2025.
yeah. Tell me about that.
Naicup started last year. It was such an amazing aspect when we spoke to Kevin, who's the CEO. And so during that conversation, as a Skeia, we were like, we want to come on board. We see your vision, we see where you're coming from, and we want to bring in our expertise. And so as an organization, we were like, we are experts not only in just recruiting, but in commercial sports and being able to develop the game on a better level. Naicup is a grassroots football championship that deals with under 21 going down. Last year, they had about 290 teams. This year, we want to see if we can get to up to 350 teams to compete over the five-day period. Usually happens in August. But when we came on board as different organizations, we said we don't want it to be just a one-week event. We want it to be something that we can impact the community throughout the year. And so for that, we've been able to bring in different aspects of the game, not just the agency that we have, but also we have a scouting camp in we have a scouting camp in April. We have a girls showcase that is upcoming in July, and then we have Nairobi International Cup that's coming in August, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So this starts on the 14th to the 18th.
Yes.
Where's the action happening?
Lenana School and Polo Club.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Nairobi Polo Club and the
Lenana School, yeah, which are quite right opposite each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. And you've managed to bring on board Mr. Situma.
Yes.
Man who wears many hats. Situma, tell me about your involvement in this. Yeah.
Yeah, I come in as a brand ambassador, of course. We need visibility, but again, you know, it's a learning process, and I really want to pass my vote of thanks to Skeia and Naicup, because, you know, this is an initiative that for quite some time we have never seen, let's say, maybe the legends of the game being involved. And it's a platform that, you know, gives former players to mentor and also nurture the kids, because they are role models. And I believe if you work around the kids, you know, at times seeing is believing. So, you know, you are in a position to also guide and make sure that they can play to the highest level. I love what Naicup and Skeia are doing, because this is a platform that some of us were never given that chance, you know. And you know, we are in a digital world whereby everything is digital. You know, we have the clips, the kids training, you know, playing games, and also if you are good enough, you have a chance to play in bigger leagues around the world, and that's what Skeia is doing, and we really in support for whatever they are doing. And we'll try our level best to make sure that the brand is growing bigger. And the good thing is maybe Siombua could say that, but they are doing it in East Africa, Uganda, Tanzania. And we pray that they go global, you know, around the world.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just staying with you, Situma, you've been an international player yourself. You've gone through all the ranks. You've represented this country across Africa. And so what do you feel when you engage with these young boys and girls who are 14, 15? What do you offer them?
Yeah, what we normally do is that it's the same way like giving back to the community, you know, because these are the opportunities that we never had. You know, we had, of course, we had some players who were before us, of course. They really did mentor us when we were coming up, and this is something that you really want to give back to the community. And in that case, we have also academies. We have young players coming up, and my passion is to see these young upcoming players even play to the highest level past where we reached. And I believe they have talents. With the support and with the platform they have now, I think they can go places. We have a couple of talents, both men and women, and you see we are a country that with good structures, with the love of the game. We have fans that love the game, so they just need to see the quality in the playing field, and the support will come up. And also the corporate will come on board, and you know, this is the only way to go, because we have academies, we have schools, but again, where do these kids go after maybe coming up from school? So if they get these opportunities, they join these camps, because we have many professionals coming around to make sure that they give them the quality, they train them, and they show them the way. We have also a couple of activities or programs that needs to be incorporated in this program to make sure that watoto wako sawa, because mimi nimezoea maybe kula ugali, huku nje hakuna ugali. So pia in those camps we have that training that zoea hii, ukienda huko nje usirudi kwa sababu ya chakula. So they have a lot to gain, and I believe that this is the right way to go.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a lot of all-round nurturing for the young guys. Rimo, you're dealing with the comms, but why are you in this? We've engaged before in different circles.
Yes.
Why are you part of this initiative? Because
when you go to the pitch and you see young players playing the grassroots, it's phenomenal, because the talent moves, and you ask yourself, how do you engage this talent? How do you make sure that this talent has a good pathway? So when I looked at Nairobi International Cup and what it did last year, I felt that this is the right pathway, because I want to tell those stories of players. I want to tell them how to be marketable, how to become brands, and that's what we want to do with Naicup. Yes. Amazing.
So there's a lot that is when you look at Naicup, it's not just a football tournament, just playing games, win a trophy, and that's it. There's a lot more going on in the background, and I want you to now tell us a little more about Skeya, what it's about, and how it comes in, and what value it adds to the Naicup.
All right. When we first came on board with Naicup, the discussion was, what can we offer? Now, as Skeya, we've always had a platform for the European market. We've sent a lot of players from different parts of Africa to Europe. But when we were having the discussion, we were like, why can't we bring these teams here and be able to actually see? And so when we decided that we were going to have first the scouting camp in April, the teams who were there were like, wait, why don't we also come for Nairobi International Cup? And then, so once we opened up that option, we got so many teams saying, no, we want to come down physically. We want to come and see these players. We've seen what you're talking about. We've seen how this competition is impacting people. And so during that discussion, we also said, but what can we do? We can do more. It cannot just, there's no way. We appreciate the aspect of just a one-week event, but also there is more to give to the community, to the kids. We have to answer the question of what next. You see, once you're 18, what next? Once you're top talent, what next? There has to be a pathway. And so Skeya comes in as the pathway to the players going pro. which starts with April, where we have our international scouting camp. We have our entire team from Next Level Global Recruiting Agency coming into Kenya. This is the first time we're going to be doing an AI analytics and AI live show. So at the moment, we have 120 European teams that have told us that have actually confirmed they will be watching live. So what we're doing on the ground, they will be watching as well. And through that, they're able to let us know, player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we like those players, we would like to bring those players on board.
Okay.
And so we start signing paperwork while at the camp.
Okay,
Yes.
that's interesting. So it's a market as well.
It is a market.
It's a live market.
Yes, it is literally a live market.
Okay, okay. And yeah, that's really, really, really encouraging. And back to you again, Situma. 10 years ago, of the years that you were getting into football, the academies and the setup was not what it is now.
Sure.
What can you say about the progression of football and the professionalization of the game and the establishment of academies? What we're seeing, the structures, especially on youth football. What can you say about that?
Yeah, people have realized that football is business, big business, and you can only sell this product when you nurture it from the grassroots, you know, when they are still young, because, you know, when you are old enough, you can't do anything. So you need to go through a certain structure, certain trainings to make sure that you are ready to the outside market. But again, it's something that also maybe we find a way and make sure that we control, because, you know, everyone is coming up with academy and being called a coach, you know. Okay, in one way they are helping those kids in the community to make sure that they are busy, they are not engaged in maybe wrong vices. But again, we need to make sure that these coaches are trained to deal with the kids, because we have the issues of safeguarding policies to make sure that how can you deal with the kid, you know. The way you're dealing with a young player is not the same way you're dealing maybe with an older player or a mature player. So
Thank you.
yeah, so it's something that we really need to control. But again, it's a good thing, because when we have these academies in the communities, you know, we training kids and we making sure that they are ready to compete at the top. So it's a structure that can push us to make sure that we have also a good level or a well-structured league at the top, to make sure that if these kids are growing or they are progressing, they get at the top. We have good structures whereby they can earn a living from it. So that's the challenge that we have, and we believe that it will be worked on. Right there,
Situma. There's something you're harking on that is very, very critical. We are happy, as you've said, that we have academies and we have structures where everywhere you go now in this country, in literally every next village, you find kids under 12, under 14 playing. But the question that you're asking is, these people who are, they're setting up these initiatives, bringing the kids together. It's a beautiful thing. But then what kind of training is being given to these kids? We need the structures, we need to train the coaches. But you're right here, Situma, and there's somebody watching from Kisumu somewhere who's running one of those academies. Doesn't have maybe the professional training as a coach, but they're there, they have the interest, they have the passion for it. What are the very basic things, 3-4 basic things that you can tell somebody like that and say, what the kind of training you give to a kid? Say if it's about physical training, what are those different things that you need to do when you're approaching young players vis-a-vis older players?
Yeah, the good thing is that the passion is there. That's the fantastic thing. And again, you know, the basic thing you can do is these kids want to play. So, you know, that's the age that, you know, we have an age that you don't need to involve the kids in a physical strength or anything, because the basic thing is receive and pass. And the beauty of the game is that even that kid that doesn't know how to play, you give him the ball or have the ball, he'll just run with the ball. So that's something that he wants or she wants to do. And maybe to get to the next level, you know, we have the regions. There is need for these coaches to get the knowledge. You can organize as a coaches, because we have the regions and we have so many coaches. You can organize as maybe, let's say, Western region, come together, and you have seen that we have a need of us training. Approach the federation. They can bring you the instructors and make sure that you go through those training, because before I went to a coaching class, you know, I played for 17 years at the top. I realized that there was a time nilikuwa napigana tu na referee bure kwa sababu in those trainings we have sessions whereby you go through the laws of the game, you know. So as a coach, it's good that you go through the laws of the game. Ndio unapata we have some of the coaches when the game is on, unapata nakosana na referee, but he doesn't understand the laws of the game. So it's good that we go through these trainings. It helps you to behave as a coach, as a leader, and then you pass it to the players, you know. So there is need and there is passion. So we need to combine the two and make sure that we come up with a complete coach who can deal with the kid and make sure that beside bringing up, maybe giving him the skills or developing the player, he can also give a player the value as an individual or as a person. Yes,
I get you, and it's absolutely necessary. Wairimu, for these players now, turning or the transition from being a good footballer, a young footballer, into taking up the game professionally. What are you putting in there for the kids to help them transition and understand that transition from football being a hobby, being something that you're good at and you can play it in school and stuff like that, to that football becoming your career? What is that? What is going on in there? What are you guys putting in there?
There's a lot going on, and maybe I would just start with the founder of Nairobi International Cup, Mr. Kevin Akumu. He's visionary in terms of the leadership, and where he wanted the cup to go was not just an ordinary grassroots tournament. He wanted whereby when you come for the tournament, you're able to get certain quality aspects of a football tournament that you don't get in a lot of grassroots tournaments, just to mention. So one of the key things that the value that we are adding is in how we run the tournament, in terms of how we rank, how we score, and the timing is very important for us. And that translates also into timekeeping and management, which is key in football, because you have to learn how to manage your time. Now, when we talk about, that's the technical part of it. Now, when you talk about somebody like me who is adding value to the players, what we are doing there is we are training them also in regards to how they can better present themselves when they are being approached by media. So we are giving them a bit of media training in regards to how they can translate their skill and talk about it better. Another thing is in terms, because it's in terms of showcase, we are also showcasing them, because last year we were not able to see a lot of how they were playing, how they were playing the pitch, what they were doing off the pitch, how they were preparing themselves. So this year we are showcasing them and building them as brands. So that is in terms of communication, how we are communicating to the players and outside there. And another thing in terms of players' pathway, we've realized that every time they go online to like register for a camp, they actually need to have videos. They need to be digitalized. So that's one of the key things we are also trying to tell players outside there. As much as you have the talent, not everyone is able to come to a match and watch you play. So what we are trying to do is we are teaching them how to document their skills. And we're also teaching them how to represent themselves online in social media platforms. So we really want their voices to be heard. Now, as a wholesome unit, what we are doing also for the players is we are showing them the players' pathway from grassroots. We've brought in Skia, who is more in commercial, so she's showing us how to do the commercial aspect. We've shown them career after football. You can also become a brand ambassador. So this is the wholesome of Naicup. Yes.
Wonderful. And you've mentioned the founder, Kevin Akumu, and Talk of the Devon here, yes?
No.
Talk of the Angel,
that is our tournament director. Yes, he's called Ken Free.
This is Ken Free, not Kevin,
Yes, so Kevin could not make it. He had another engagement, but I just wanted to say all this is under a direct leadership, and we come together as an umbrella to really amplify grassroots football.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful stuff. Kenfrey is joining us. I thought this is Kevin. This is Kenfrey.
Yeah.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much.
Kenfrey.
Yeah.
We've started the conversation, and we are engaging on what you guys are giving, and the journey from taking football as a hobby into taking football as a profession.
Yeah.
What can you say that your role is in developing that?
Yeah. So thank you so much. As you have said, my name is Kenfrey. I'll be in charge. I'm the technical director in regards to the flow of the tournaments. Everything about tournaments, you know, it's the playing time. Who is playing, how is the flow, the progression diagram, and in terms of the player participation. So that my main role will be to ensure that the players, once we have all the teams that are enrolled for the tournament, they'll get to know where are we playing and how is the flow of the tournament. We are giving them a good time of play, giving them visibility, and as she was saying, that's why we are bringing the who was who during back then. For instance, Mr. Sitomaya. So when they see such picture, they are getting to understand that there is life after. We want to show them that it's not, we are not bringing the books, we are bringing the reality. You see the picture itself. So that will be my main role, and it's a good tournament that people need to come join, enjoy it, because we are celebrating football, and then we'll be in the football mood because of Chan also. So it will be one of the best events. Grassroots football, grassroots, the players coming to participate in Chan. So as a whole, we are going to enjoy football. Yeah.
You mentioned there about your role being making sure the tournament is going on well.
Yes.
The participating players, getting them ready.
Yeah.
One of the questions that we've had in Kenya, it's a question that has been there. We are happy that in recent years our teams are participating without problems, but there's an issue of age cheating or age management. What are you doing? How do you ensure that the people, if it's an under 17 football game, that the players are actually under 17?
So in regards to participation as a Naicup, one of the things, before you enroll to participate in a tournament, you have to send in a request to join, and then we'll send you a form that you're going to send to abide that you are going to ensure you abide to the age policy. Once you are done with that, you send all the documents of the players, and then we will come to you, to your training ground. We are doing it for you. And then we'll do the screening of the players. But one thing we always tell them, and it has been there, vetting is a continuous process. It's a big disease we have right now in Kenya, and maybe Africa at large. Not maybe, Africa at large, we have a disease. Situma maybe can be a witness. And so that's how we do it. So during the, once we verify the players using the documentation, we also trickle down to the academic also, because it helps you to even to leverage. This player is 17 years of age. And then you are in this class. Then you give us the documentation. It's a whole big process. Let me not give them the hint so that they can prepare themselves, but it's a vigorous process of which is a continuous. We may vet you, but during the tournament, if someone comes and says, oh, this and this, you produce the documents, and we continue to verify, of which Naicup says no to age cheating, and we are hoping that, and we are praying that we are going to be one of the leading tournaments to ensure there is age transparency and players are playing at their age, right age categories. Yes.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really, really been my pleasure hosting you, and I wish we did have a lot more time to get into the process of scouting and the process of when the player is selected, what happens for them to get into Europe and into the big leagues. But then we will be following the tournament at KBC, as KBC Channel 1. We'll give you all the support that you guys need.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best and all the success. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
And thanks so much for spending the time and to share your vision and your plans with the rest of Kenyans. And as I said, we do wish you all the best, and we'll be there on the ground to support you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're watching Game On, and we have a lot more action. You have an hour of sports action to go. So do stay with us. We're taking a short break, and we'll be right back. This is Game On, proudly brought to you by michezobet.com.